going on, guys? It's S.Gamer, and in this video, we're going to be doing a new challenge series on NFL Head Coach 09. So I've done some rebuilding challenges on this video before from this game, and as you guys may know if you've watched some of my other videos on this game, I'm a huge fan of it. I've played it since it came out about 12 years ago, and so now we're going to do something that's going to be a bit more challenging and hopefully kind of make it kind of interesting for you guys. So we're going to head over here to career mode. We're going to choose the Atlanta Falcons. But the reason why is they have a lot of salary cap space, and so we're going to pick a new coach. And so I'll explain the challenge as we go. So we're going to name our coach. New coach on the market, coaching the Atlanta Falcons, where he's the default appearance. But the guy looks a decent amount like me. So, I'll show you my preference for skills when I create a new coach. So, you want to max out performance. Performance helps you win a lot more games when you simulate, which is what I do because I like more of the management side of this game. So you need to max out performance. Then for special skills, the number one skill to get early on, especially if you're on a bad team like we probably will be for this challenge, where you gotta get charisma. Because what it does is it increases when you gain approval, you gain more. When you lose approval, you lose less. So when you're a bad team, you're gonna be losing as much as we are probably early on. You gotta be able to stay and keep your job. So it's got to be, you got to use charisma to be able to gain that, or to keep that approval level high. Then to fill out, we pick the two cheapest special skills, Offseason Seminar and Game Film Analysis, because they're 3,500 points each, which balances out our character, 0 points left. Then for playbooks, I like to use the College Attack Offense and the 3-4 pressure defense, so we'll get to those there. Alright, and we're going to start in the off-season like we normally would. So the way this challenge is going to work, I'll explain it as we kind of get through the intro off-season steps, is we can only have players that teams don't want. For example, we can only trade for people on the trade block, and we can only sign players in the free agent menu after the draft, and then we can only draft a player if we cannot trade the pick. And so that kind of helps because at a certain point you can get to picks where teams don't want to trade for them, so you can actually get high draft picks later on, and the free agent pool becomes a lot more talented later on. So real quick, I'm going to set my team philosophies just to, so we're going to set them to all balanced real quick. The reason why I do balanced is because it is a lot easier to kind of tell what type of contract somebody wants if they're unbalanced, because that's what their balance rating is what governs what type of contract they get. So I'm kind of changing these roster minimums as well as I go. So yeah. So basically, like I said, only trade block, unsigned free agents, and draft picks that we can't trade. That's how we're going to build this team. We have to trade everybody on this team and release everybody that we can't trade. So because of that, when you go ahead and release the guys I know I can't trade, because I've done this challenge a couple times. So for example, Brian Finneran, we're going to release him because we can't trade him. Same with Quinn Ajanaka. One fact about Quinn Ajanaka, he's now a professional wrestler. He's now the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, which is kind of funny. So we're going to release these linemen. Linemen are very hard to trade if they're a low overall. So we're going to release these guys. Yeah, we're going to get rid of Tiny before he's too safe. Because sometimes I can't get rid of him. And like I said, he saves. We're going to have a ton of salary cap space after we release all these guys. Derek Jones, get out of here too. Stanley. Taylor. So yeah, okay. That's all we need to do. So, as you can see, we're going to start out with 73 million in cap. Now, we're not going to use very much of that at all, but it helps that we don't have to worry about salary cap. So also, to make this even harder on myself, sometimes I let myself take someone from franchise tag and trade them and put a tender on Michael Boley, who's one of the best restricted free agents that you can keep, and we would be able to trade him. But for this challenge, for the sake of this video, to make it harder on myself, we're going to try to get through the first. We're going to get through the offseason in this video actually, and then we'll sim the first season in the next episode. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to allow myself to get anybody. The free agents that we have are all gone from our roster. So looking at the roster, what do we got?
I'm Todd McShay, this is the draft preview. After putting together my mock draft, I've got a good idea of how the first round will play out. Arkansas's star running back is the best player on the board. He should be followed by the lineman out of LSU and Virginia. And then if you're looking for a sleeper in the class, keep an eye on the other Arkansas running back. I think he's nearly as talented as his teammate. He has less tread on his tires, and he'll come at a lot better price when negotiating that first deal.
Is getting traded and staying on the roster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trade everybody that I know I can trade for picks right away, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we will work on that. So starting out, Jarius Norwood, we're going to trade him. We're going to get this 3rd and 6th rounder in 2009 from Oakland.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
We can go ahead and trade for a couple. I'm going to try to get a 7th out of them as well, but they say it's high. So we're going to just get this 5th round pick from the Bills.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
I'm Mike Nolan, and you're watching NFL Network.
And the other guy that I want to trade is Trey Lewis. The Dolphins give us their 3rd round pick in 2009.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
Sometimes you can trade him. Okay. So now, the first trade we're going to do is going to be to get our quarterback for now. Now I have eyes on a couple quarterbacks in the draft, but what we're going to do is we're going to trade Michael Jenkins to the Cleveland Browns for Ken Dorsey, who can at least be a serviceable quarterback if we can't get anybody in the draft. So we get
the Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
He's going to be our best option.
You're watching NFL
early on. We're going to go ahead and trade them our 6th round pick next year. Actually, no, wait. No. I want to get rid of this year's picks. So we'll give them, because we're probably not going to be able to use
the Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
A player instead of having to trade them for picks. So, I don't know what else we need, but so we got possibly our starting quarterback and running back. Fullback, we'll sign somebody in free agency. Receivers, it's hard to find good ones early on. I noticed that Brandon Jones is already on the trade block. I'm actually going to try to trade for him. Let's see if we can do this trade. Yeah. I'm going to give them Ovi Mugeli and a 7th round pick. Okay, never mind. I'm actually going to give them... I don't know. You know what? It's fine. We don't really need them. It's fine. We're good. So they give them a 6 and 7, which is less than what they wanted, which makes no sense to me, but whatever. We don't really need Brandon Jones. That's fine. We're going receivers later, right? Tight end, we're going to get Desmond Clark from the Chicago Bears. And we're going to give them Lawyer Malloy. So there's our tight end.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
Later. There's better ones we can get later. At left guard, the best option probably that we will get is Russ Hochstein. And we will give them Chris Houston for him.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
Browns, we can get Hank Frazier, the D6 center. We'll give them Jamal Anderson for him. In real life, at this time, this should have been terrible because Jamal Anderson was just like a top 10 pick in the draft. We're trading him for an average
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
We can always move him inside later if we end up not using him. So we'll give them Roddy White. That's another huge overpay.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
Then we want to pick up, well, we can't get him yet, but we want to get Aiken Odell from the Cowboys. Another guy we need from the Bears, Daniel Manning. He's a decent safety. And we can get him for Ovi Mughelli and Jonathan Babineau. Get rid of a couple players. There we go. Alright. So
the Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
Joe Horn, Steve Nicholas, Kenny Williams, Jason Snelling, Darren Stone, David Irons, Marcus Miller. Okay. So now what we're going to do is a glitch to make this purely to make this challenge doable, to be honest. And that's why I'm making the rest of it kind of hard. What we're going to do is we're going to do a glitch where we edit players' positions and move them back to make them a higher overall. Like Jason Snelling's beginning with 78. I've done this on this channel before. I'm going to save Joe Horn for now. We'll do it later when we're ready to do it with him. But Adam Jennings, we'll do it with. What we're going to do with Martrez Milner is we're going to make him a halfback because his overall goes up. So we're going to move him to fullback, and then we're going to move him to halfback. Then we don't need to do it with anybody else. Oh no. Actually, we need to cut David Irons, because he is a guy that you can never actually trade. But then we're going to move Darren Stone to corner. Alright, so now we got some more viable trade assets. In fact, what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is trade some of these guys. So Jason Snelling, we're going to trade him, get a second-round pick from the Chicago Bears.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
These two picks from the Browns.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
I'm Mike Nolan.
Actually, we're going to go and take this 2009 6th and a 7th rounder this year.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
Yeah, he usually gets a pretty.
Hi, I'm Mike Holmgren, and you're watching the NFL Network.
Though, is due. That trade's too high. Feels just so bad though, trading for Johnny Jolly. I'm actually going to take another 09. Actually, can we do this? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do a 2nd and 5th. Oh no, we're not. I might actually be able to get the Raiders. Yeah, We're actually going to get the Raiders pick, first rounder, which is crazy. But like I said, the Raiders. So the Raiders.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
And sometimes with the very high picks, there's no teams that have a high enough offer for it. So we basically just traded all those guys, and now we're only down to like 7 or 8 people we could trade. So now what we're gonna do, like I said, is now what we gotta do is wait for more players to come on the trade block. So we're just gonna sim through free agency.
The bidding is about to begin, Coach.
Skip through a few days until we get to a certain point. We're gonna check here. Anybody new?
The Saints scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce the signing of one of the offseason's biggest free agents.
Really loud. It's just alright. So I already see somebody for trade that we really need to get. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do the switch on Joe Horn real quick and see if we can get him traded as part of this deal. But I already see that the Chiefs put Patrick Surtain on the trade block. He's a very good corner. He can be our lockdown #1 corner for this season. He's an 85 overall, very high. I don't know if they'll have interest in Joe Horn or not. Sometimes they do. But if not, we're probably going to have to give them either John Abraham. Yeah, we're going to give them either John Abraham or Todd Weiner. Keith Brooking we trade for picks, so I'd rather he'll eventually get offers or we can trade him for picks because this game kind of works in a weird way. So what we're going to do is we're going to see what kind of offer they are looking for. I think we're going to go ahead and give them Todd Weiner and a 5th. Yeah. For Patrick Surtain. So that's not bad. We get a shutdown corner. Now we're going to look through the trade block real quick. Okay, I see a receiver, but they don't want to trade him to us. Josh Bullock, he could be a backup safety depending on what they want. Or what they want for him real quick. Justin Blaylock we need in another deal. Actually, I'm going to go make that. I forgot the deal I did want to make. And it's actually kind of bad, but he's on a very cheap contract. But we're going to trade Justin Blaylock to the Packers for Johnny Jolly. Because he is... he's a very cheap defensive tackle. D tackles are kind of hard to find. It kind of depends on what kind of options there are that don't get signed in free agency. So now we're already down to 5. We're already down to Keith Brooking. We'll see if there's any pick option yet. John Abraham, Joe Horn, Stephen Nicholas, and Jimmy Williams. So we're already in a very good spot. Already thin the roster down.
Free agency is in full swing, and it seems that another key player is now off the market. One of my sources told me this morning that a deal has been struck between a crucial free agent and the Houston Texans.
Essentially, the trade market kind of refreshes every couple days, and okay, I see a quarterback that is better than Ken Dorsey that we might be able to get. I'm going to go do the glitch on Joe Horn again because his overall probably went down. He did. Because eventually after a couple days, players' overalls go like way down after you do this glitch. So we're going to bring Joe Horn back up. And so, okay, there's somebody that I didn't expect to be available this early. Okay, so first things first, we need to trade for Damon Huard from the Chiefs. They actually don't want very much for him, surprisingly. Do they want Joe Horn? That will definitely give them Joe Horn. They don't. Alright. So the offer that they want, it looks like, is... What did they say they want? They want... do the 5th just to be safe. So like I said, we're not going to use it anyway. Okay, so now I see 2 very interesting names. So first is Kareem McKenzie from the Giants. We don't have to trade for him right now. Let's see, who do they want? Is there anybody they want? No. Okay. I'm going to exit real quick, and I'm going to see what their offer is. We have plenty of picks to give them because of all the trades we've been making. They want a 2nd. I'm actually going to do this trade. Actually, no. I'm just going to go ahead and give them the 48th pick because we're not going to use it. And we get another
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
Around the same. So we almost have a full line. We need a left tackle. We could.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
That's another solid cornerback. We'll see if they have any interest in any of our guys.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
I'm going to trade these 2 picks, 68 and 208. And we get another cornerback. So we're down to 5. And we've got 3. Actually, I'm going to check if there's anybody else good. We got 3 very new good additions to the team. Josh Reed isn't bad. We might try to go for him. But besides that, James Sanders actually isn't a bad safety. We'll see what the Patriots are looking for him. If they want a player, which they don't. I'll actually give... I don't want to pay that much for another safety because I know I can get decent options. So yeah, okay, we have a trade offer for Keith Brooking, so we'll go ahead and take one of those, get him out of the way. We'll take these 2 assets, that'll both be pretty solid, a 3rd and a 5th from Jacksonville. John Abraham, Joe Horn, again, no offers. Stephen Nicholas might use preferentially, and Jimmy Williams, he also has offers. The Giants, they always pay a ton for him for some reason. What we're going to do is we're going to get their 2nd and 7th for next season because that's another. They usually are on the opposite of the spectrum. They are usually very good, and picks at the end of the round tend to be the ones that don't get used. So if they have a late 2nd round pick, we might be able to actually pick a player with it. And we can always use it as trade fodder later if like a high level player comes up on the trade block or something. Which probably won't happen until like next offseason. Which I am planning on doing a multi-year rebuilding this team. So hopefully we're gonna make that work. Alright. So Aiken Adele was the one that popped up. I think that still means yeah. Okay. Some very good options have appeared. Let's see what type of names are on the block. I see 2 names that we need to trade for. First is Elvis Dumerville. He's very good. And we're going to swap right ends with them actually. We'll give them John Abraham, who's better, but we can't use him. And Elvis Dumerville is very, very good in this game. So we're going to take him. Then the other name I see is Omar Gaither. He is a very, very good linebacker to get. I'm surprised that he came up on the trade market this early. We're going to try to give them this. Yeah, okay. We give them Stephen Nicholas, a 5th and a 7th, and we got Omar Gaither. So now we are literally only down to Joe Horn. And what I'm actually going to do, my amendment to this, is my other rule that I have for this challenge is you can trade for people who aren't on the trade block, but you have to then immediately flip them for picks or something. We can't actually go out. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to go out. Usually the Chiefs have interest in Joe Horn. I'm going to try and go and get an asset from them, like Rob Smith. And it looks like they don't actually want Joe Horn. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to shop around. I may cut this out of
the Atlanta Falcons backed out of trade negotiations earlier this afternoon, citing an extremely high asking price. No word yet if they'll still pursue other trade offers.
I'm Mike Nolan, and you're watching NFL Network.
I know what type of teams typically are. The Dolphins.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon. The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
Let's look at Okay, they want Joe Horn. They're actually willing to pay a lot for him. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to get a top asset from them right here. We're going to trade Joe Horn and a high pick for Nnamdi Asomugha.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
Right here, a second and a
I'm North Turner, and you're watching NFL Network.
And then we're going to trade him away.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
But he's there. We know we have him.
The Atlanta Falcons have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
I'm Marvin Lewis, and you're watching NFL Network.
So now we're in a very good spot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly sim through the rest of the offseason. I'm going to run through it. We're going to see if anybody else good comes up on the free agent market and just trade picks for them. We're going to try to get rid of as many of our 2008 early round picks as we can in order to not have to worry about.
I'm Adam Schefter, and this is your Pro Days update. I just got back from Arkansas, where most scouts and media members met for one last time to get a look at the talent on display. Every player at that Pro Day looked good, and their dynamic running back seems like a lock to be the #1 pick at this point. Another Pro Day that received a lot of attention was the USC workout, of course. Scouts in attendance told me they were very impressed by the Trojans linebackers, but a little less enthused about their quarterback and his accuracy issues.
That's always good. We can now trade for Aiken Odell. So we're going to get him on the team. They really only want 2009 picks though, but that's fine. We'll give him a second. I don't know what second round pick that is. It doesn't really matter because we need him to kind of be competitive this year. We need 2 very good linebackers in our 34 defense. So yeah. So there's a couple good trades that are going to help us get some good assets. Some good. So I'm not entirely hoping to be competitive in the first season. In fact, if we still have our first round pick, which we probably will, we may just kind of tank the season and get a high first round pick and hope that we can use that and hope that nobody wants to trade for it.
I'm Adam Schefter, and this is another draft update. Individual workouts are wrapping up, and teams are starting to get a good idea of what their draft boards look like. Some of the teams in the top 5 brought in Arkansas's running back this week just to make sure he was everything they expected. Don't worry, he was. I'm told Oregon's quarterback was a popular player to work out too. Teams really wanted to find out if he's the real deal or just a flash in the pan. Well, that's all. The next time you see me, it'll be draft day.
Okay.
I'm Andy Reid. You're watching NFL Network.
Nnamdi Asomugha, his personality, he got mad about the talent that he has around him. I mean, I don't really care. He's not going to be on the team very long anyway. But alright. So, get some guys have popped up. I noticed Ryan Neese, he has now been on the block. Maybe he was. But, okay, I see a couple, now that the restricted free agents are starting to kind of appear, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to get... let's see what the price is on Giovanni. And then also on Ryan East. He'll be a decent backup linebacker. Yeah, we'll give him a 4th round pick. He can be a backup linebacker for us. And kind of hold that down pretty well. He may have to start depending on what you want to get later on. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm not going to do the draft. I'll draft probably the next episode. We'll see what happens. New season goals. Well, before I get to sleep, we definitely want to don't grab the bus when we draft. We can probably get a sleeper pick in the late rounds. Because I know that I'm going to draft on the back of the hand. Because I'm going to play this game for hours and hours and hours. So, this early part isn't too rough on me. A day until the draft, just to make sure nobody crazy. I just have Sonoris Moss. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure he's always on the block. He has a really low overall in our system. Okay. So, I don't think anybody knew was gonna. So, we're gonna let it get to the draft, and then.
Next up on the calendar is the NFL Draft. All the hard work put in by every GM, coach, and scout comes to a head when teams get the opportunity to draft the best players from the college ranks. Every year, at least one player in the draft can turn around a franchise, so the pressure is intense for every team involved.
Then we got Kevin Foe, who can hold it down at halfback. We don't have a fullback yet. We get one. We don't have receivers. Again, that one's solid. Desmond Clark at tight end, not bad. We got left tackle. We got Russ Hochstein, Hank Fraley, Shane Olivea, and Kareem McKenzie on the O-line. Olivea, actually, let's look at right guard. He is a 81. Although that may go down a little bit. At left tackle, he's an 80 still. So we're going to put him at right guard for now and just see what happens. We've got Elvis Dumerville, we've got Mike Patterson and Johnny Jolly, we've got Ryan East, we've got Aiken Odell and Omar Gaither, we've got Patrick Surtain, Will Allen, we've got Nnamdi Asomugha who need to trade. That'll happen after the draft probably. We've got Daniel Manning, and we need a strong safety to get third punter. So as far as picks, we've got the 3rd overall pick, which we'll have to trade. We've got the 34th and 44th picks in the 2nd round, and then after that, we don't have any picks until the 6th and 7th round. So we did a very good job of trading the mid-round picks. We can kind of trade down with these top picks and get some more assets in order to flip them for some more picks later on. Hopefully, we'll use some of the late-round picks to get some good assets, and we'll utilize undrafted free agency to pick up some players. And then what's really going to shine is once we get into people getting released and the people that don't get signed in free agency. Like, let's look at who's still in free agency. Are there any big names? A few big names I'm looking out for that may have not gotten signed. We're going to sort by overall. Okay, so I noticed right away. We can get Ty Law to fill a cornerback spot or possibly play safety. Looking at, we get Dan Klecko, Avian Kaysen, Michael Pittman, Rashad Moore. Those all aren't bad. Chris Bober can probably be our backup center. That's not bad. So overall, free agency pool looks pretty much like I expected. We got Trent Dilfer can be a backup quarterback. So yeah, very solid free agency pool. I was mainly hoping we could get Ty Law because he's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here, and I'm going to go ahead and end this video. We're going to go ahead and kind of wrap it up here real quick. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated as I start to grow here on this platform. If you enjoy more content like this, check out my other head coach videos, check out my other content, and hopefully this video was a good one. I'm definitely excited to keep playing head coach on this channel. It's one of my favorite games, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I do playing the game. But for now, it's going to be S.Gamer signing off.